Hi, good morning. This is Mrs. Meek, and I am here to introduce you to VLA Biology. So this will be a complete virtual learning platform. I just wanted to take a minute, introduce myself, and welcome you. All right, so I am here at Pickerington North High School in my classroom with no students. So it is very quiet in here. I just want to go over, I will post this slideshow on Google Classroom so you can go through it at your convenience and you have it to refer to throughout the year. All right, so a little bit of information about me. I've been teaching for over 18 years, very passionate about teaching. I am a true science geek. I get pretty excited about biology, living things, and anything science related. I have one amazing husband, two wonderful kids, and two fur babies, and a classroom lizard. Contact information, if you need to get a hold of me, the best way to do that is to send me an email because I check my email every 15 or 20 minutes. I have a phone in my classroom, but I will be teaching students live that are involved in the hybrid model, so I won't be able to answer that during the school day. So some information about course objectives. Ultimately, I'm trying to get you prepared for your air biology test. I'm also trying to improve your problem solving skills, give you a love of learning, all that good stuff. So we have our 9 weeks broken down into units for the most part. As you can see, there's a lot of topics, but they're very manageable and we will get through those with no problem. Each week, what you can expect from me is to have your weekly assignments posted on Google Classroom. So by Monday morning, you should be able to you should be checking your Google Classroom and you'll see those assignments with due dates. Tuesday and Thursday, I am asking both mods to meet with me through Google Meets, and we will have a synchronous video session. So we will be live discussing notes, discussing topics, maybe introducing ourselves to each other. Wednesday and Friday will be due dates, so you need to pay attention. Some items will be due on Wednesday, some on Friday. They will be due at 3:00 p.m., so be careful. Make sure you understand that deadline. Also, every Wednesday, I've already mentioned, I will have office hours for VLA Biology from 1 to 1:30. Those will just be drop-in. If you need to meet with me at a different time, you can send me an email and we'll schedule a time together. Attendance is a little different. For you that are in the virtual learning, you need to self-report your attendance in Infinite Campus. So you go in and say that you were there. Now, I have the opportunity to override that. So if I notice that you're not showing up to our video sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or I notice the work's not getting done and you aren't opening up any of the documents that I'm sending you on Google Classroom, I have the ability to go and override that. So that is something that is at our discretion, but you self-report. All right, so grading policy. Many of you that have already been in a high school, at the high school, because most of you are sophomores, you know that 80% of your grade is summative, so tests, quizzes, projects, and then 20% is what we call formative, the practice, the daily work, the homework. I encourage students to turn stuff in on time, especially because we will be moving quickly to get through the material. If you turn stuff in late for formative type assignments, the formative assignments will be only given 60% credit, and I will accept those until the test. Once we take the test or the assessment, I feel like it's over. And then the late work for summative assessments, big projects, that kind of thing, it's 10% every day up to 2 days. Lastly, I just want to mention plagiarism. Please make sure you use your own words, your own voice. Cite the sources using a proper format if you don't. So make sure you give people credit for their work, their thoughts, their ideas. These are a quick list of materials that you may need while you're working at home, something to write notes down. I highly recommend you have a binder or a notebook specifically for biology that you can just jot things down. And you are going to need that calculator you've been taken to math class. Please don't try to use your phone because you will need some scientific functions. Everyone needs to join Google Classroom. There are 2 different mods, so make sure you check your schedule and you get yourself signed up for the correct mod. So you'll need to go to Google Classroom, select Join, and then enter the correct code. Please make sure you are aware of which classroom you're in. And then I just have some information for expectations regarding online participation. Be on time for any videos that we are, any Google Meets. Mute your microphone when you enter. Dress appropriately. Do not wear something that you wouldn't be wearing to school. Please keep your camera on and stay engaged by looking at the camera, nodding your head, and even contributing. So if you need to contribute, there's a function to raise your hand, or you can type something in the chat. All right, so cursing and inappropriate language is not acceptable in the classroom, as it's not acceptable in a virtual format. I want to also remind you to be inclusive and kind, also to be prepared. So a lot of times we will be getting on these Google Meet sessions to discuss previous homework or to go over notes, and I'm going to expect you to have that material in front of you so you can have a more valuable discussion. Lastly, I just want to make sure you do check out the student handbook. Even though you will not be here for in-class instruction, it will be important for you to know the school rules, especially when it comes to wireless communication devices. On a final note regarding that, I know it's very tempting to have your phone sitting right near you, and I know when it flashes, it's hard to ignore it. So I would like to recommend that you put your phone on the other side of the room, stow it in a drawer, mute it, whatever you need to do for the 30 minutes that we're doing live video conferencing instruction. So I think that you will find that it will be much easier to focus on what we're doing, and you'll get more out of it. Lastly, I just want to make sure that you are familiar with some of the websites that we're going to be using. You've probably used these before. To get to the majority of them, you'll need to use your class link or your Launchpad, and then I will add or create accounts as we need to. So I just wanted to give you this heads up. I really hope you have a wonderful day.